Hey there, mums and dads. Well, welcome to the homework challenges for week 6. This week we are looking at the world of work. So very soon, if not already, our teens are going to be entering the workforce, whether that's part-time or full-time, it doesn't matter, but they're going to be faced with a whole new realm of decisions and things that they need to know, and they're really going to need your guidance on these things to get it right. One of the things that I really struggled with throughout this module was there are so many differences in terms of the detail of how each country operates. So what I've done, instead of being very specific, I've provided generic examples of the things that we need to consider when we're looking at tax, when we're looking at income, when we're looking at our retirement savings plans. I am looking at putting together, in fact, I've just started putting together a database in a Google spreadsheet of videos and articles and those sorts of things that as parents you can take your teens to, that has specific information or specific education, if you like, in relation to things like tax and income and retirement savings plans and so on for your specific country. So that's evolving. Keep your eye on that. There will be a link in the notes below videos with that Google spreadsheet, so you can go there, click on it, and see where I'm up to with creating that content for you. But today we're going to, well, throughout this, we're going to look at generics in the homework tasks that I've got there at the moment, but the generics are just as important. So for instance, one of the things that I'd encourage you to do is try to get your kids to be entrepreneurial. Look at opportunities for them to start their own businesses, to establish or develop a specialized skill set. All our kids have something that they're good at, some strength, some skills, some interest that they could turn into a business of some kind. And when we're interested in something, we will take the time to learn it, to develop, to become better at it, and then before you know it, we're absolute specialists in it, and people will pay us good money to do that particular role for them. So we want to start by looking at our what sorts of jobs, what sorts of things that our kids could potentially take on. The reality is the world has changed. There's no such thing as job security these days. So the more independent they can be in terms of creating their own income, the better off they will be. And who knows, they might be the next Mark Zuckerberg. You just never know. But certainly there's, as I said somewhere else in the course, there's a big difference between Mark Zuckerberg and nothing. But there's lots of happy medium in the middle there where they could find something that they're really good at and create their own business from. Then we also look at, we're looking at tax. Of course, each country has a different tax system, but what we're really after is more the practicalities of that. Why do our kids have to pay tax? When do they need to lodge their tax returns? How do they lodge their tax returns? All those sorts of things. And then the last topic we're particularly focusing on through these homework tasks is the retirement savings plans. And the big message I want your kids to get out of this is take ownership of your retirement savings. It's your money. So often, I know in Australia particularly, people have their superannuation that sort of sits there, but they've really never taken any ownership over it. It's almost like they feel like it's their employer's money, not theirs. But it is their money, your money, if you've got superannuation or retirement savings plans, so you should be taking care of it. You should make sure that you're aware of where it's invested. You should make sure you know how much you're paying in fees. You should make sure you know what the balance of the fund is. You should make sure you know what happens if something happened to you and you were to pass on. Where is that money going? It's your money and your kids' money. So make sure that they have login details so that they can get into their particular retirement savings plan and check up on all the details and monitor it. And I'm not saying every day or even every month, but I'm saying at least every 2 to 3 months, they should be logging in, checking into where their superannuation's up to, checking that everything looks right, and just be aware of what's going on. So there we go, guys. That's an overview of this week's homework tasks. It is a little bit more boring. I'm sorry about that, but it is super, super important.